Donald Trump may strike a new tone on that stage you see tonight, but that has not stopped the Biden campaign from portraying him as a risky choice for America. And to make that case, they often turn to the former president's own words, which made us wonder how Donald Trump's biggest supporters, the folks right here at the Republican National Convention, would interpret his more controversial quotes. What we found was often not what we expected. Take a look.
You know, this is a famous quote of his: "For those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution."
Well, I think that's a little bit, I think retribution's a little bit strong, but...
A little bit strong.
Yeah. I'm a Marine, so he comes across very Marine-like in what he has to say.
But what often alarms Democrats...
By that she means he's really stupid. Like, I'm a Marine, my favorite crayon flavor is red, and Donald Trump also strikes me as a cherry red kind of guy.
You know, when they let, I think the real number is 15, 16 million people into our country, when they do that, we got a lot of work to do. They're poisoning the blood of our country.
hasn't even been heard by some Republicans.
He's poisoning the blood of America.
The immigrants, they're poisoning the blood. The people who cross the border illegally. How should an independent voter hear that from Donald Trump?
So I'm not really paying no attention. When he say fake news, I believe some of that be fake news.
Oh my God, dude, this is it. This is the same energy that like Nazis display when they're like, no, you don't get it. Donald Trump actually will secretly hate Israel because he secretly hates Jews. He very clearly still recognizes, you know, openly white supremacist rhetoric when he hears it. And obviously that is openly white supremacist rhetoric. So much so that in spite of his undying loyalty to Donald Trump, he's having a moment of cognitive dissonance.
No.
You don't think he really said this?
I didn't hear him personally.
I mean, it's on YouTube. You can find
A lot of things on YouTube.
And then there are those who have heard the comments.
There's a large of them, of immigrants that are good.
Immigrants, poison, blood.
Trump rallying his comments about immigrants at a rally in Durham, New Hampshire.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done.
The Biden campaign.
There you go. Just play the longer clip.
Poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done.
Certified Hasanabi talking point. When you try to explain Republican policy to everyday Republicans, they don't believe you because it sounds comedically evil. Yes. There is literal evidence for this. When you sit a Republican down and explain to them what Republican policy is, and you explain to them step by step what it is, either they will say, you know what, I like that kind of violence, and demonstrate that they are like openly a fucking rabid fascist, or they simply will refuse to believe you. This is also partially where like the poll shyness conversation comes from. The idea that like Republicans sometimes hide their real beliefs because they also understand that like their real beliefs might be really truly abhorrent. So they keep it close to their chest.
People, I'm an immigrant myself, but the ones that are coming from the Middle East, that are terrorists.
So poisoning the blood to you is a reference to Middle Eastern
For me, it's trying.
Oh, she's saying he's only specifically saying that to Middle Easterners. That somehow makes this okay. Never mind. Dude, Islamophobia is so incredibly commonplace, is so incredibly normalized in American society that like a person literally personally thinks that they can just openly be like, no, it's not Mexicans, it's Arabs.
Not to bring terrorists into America, defending freedom.
What these Trump supporters take away.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
Is often not what Democrats argue is being communicated. For example,
it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole country.
We've had a lot of violence coming out of the left. And so when he says that, he's very clear.
Like, how do you deal with this person? We have a lot of violence coming out of the left. Like, what planet are you fucking living on? Okay? Because it's certainly not this one. Oh, they're doing it, bro. Middle Eastern doesn't mean Muslim, though. She literally said Middle Eastern terrorists. What do you think? You think she's talking about, you know, atheist terrorism coming from Middle East? You think she's talking about Christian terrorism coming from the Middle East? Or do you think in her mind, Middle Eastern is synonymous with Muslim, and Muslim is obviously another word for terrorism?
You hear him talking about the left.
it's going to be a bloodbath because they're not going to tolerate Trump being president anymore.
In this election year, perhaps like all the others, what matters most is not what's said.
If this election isn't won, I'm not sure that you'll ever have another election in this country.
But who's saying it?
I don't think you're going to have another election in this country if we don't win this election. What do you hear?
A comment like that is absolutely the farthest thing from the truth.
Well, but this is a Donald Trump quote. This is what he said at a rally.
Yes! Dude, CBS Morning doing Jordan Klepper bits is pretty funny. I love that. Okay, we need more of this, okay? Please, more of this, please and thank you. Oh my God, I'm so on fucking board. I'm on board with this shit, dude. That's fire. Bro, they're glitching. Watch them. Watch their faces, bro. Look, oh my God. Look.
Here, a comment like that is absolutely the farthest thing from the truth.
Well, but this is a Donald Trump quote. This is what he said at a rally, and you know, this is something that the Democrats will use.
I see. No, I see.
So, how do you interpret this line from Donald Trump?
I think he had a lot of concerns about the last election.
Well, now that I found out it was Trump who said it, I agree with it. I love seeing this fucking cognitive dissonance display in real time. Like his brain literally reset, dude. He short-circuited. It literally flipped the on and off switch in real time.
And especially whether or not all the results were accurate. And I think with that mindset, he made that statement, wondering whether or not, if this election were rigged, what would be the cause for future generations. When you first read that statement, I thought you were...
This is why Trump is so dangerous. His supporters 100% don't care about the truth, reality, or facts. Brother, if you think that this is unique to Donald Trump and not like the entire Republican Party, I don't know what to tell you. And this is not even unique to like the Republican Party even. There are some Democrats who also operate with this mindset too. You're watching the Biden dead enders currently chirp in the exact same fashion. Watch fucking 5 minutes of Joe Scarborough and tell me that he is not feeding into that same frenzy, but on the blue and on side. The major difference with Donald Trump versus like the rest of the Republican lineup is that Donald Trump has the capacity to develop this like parasocial relationship because he's very telegenic and he's very charismatic to certain subsects of the American population. He's very good at channeling the frustration and the resentment that that people feel to whatever his own personal agenda is.
Attributing it to President Biden. And then when you tell me that it's Trump, doesn't that tell you a little bit about what's going on in this country today when we have both major party candidates making...
Wait, what? No, this doesn't tell us anything about society. This only tells us everything about you and your own biases and how you operate. Oh, I love when people just immediately resort to society. Yeah, this thing that you just did to me that demonstrated that I'm like literally a fucking idiot. Yeah, it says a lot about society. Yeah, it does. It says that society thrives with dumbasses like you.
Similar statements about the other.
Well, I think it does.
They do that to you every day. Yeah, it's the classic. Like there was in 2021, when I bought the house in the most radical anti-communist act that I could have ever taken, there was a sequence of like an entire year where people would just like straight up lie about things about me. And then it would come out that it was just an abject lie. And people would then turn around and instead of being like, yeah, actually, okay, my bad. Maybe I'll just like reconsider the way I interpret news about socialist Andy living in a gated community mansion, killing his editors, blah, blah, blah. They would immediately turn around and be like, it says a lot about society that I could believe that he was, I could believe that this was true. It's like, no, man, that's not how this works. To me, if someone has like a legitimate amount of anger and resentment towards me and they're not like a diehard right winger, it just means that they're extremely online. Fuck it. Even when they are even if they're a right winger, that still means that they're extremely online. You're talking about a fucking Twitch streamer, big dog. Okay. If a random fucking Twitch streamer carries this much resentment and weight in your mind, you are unimaginably online. Okay. That's it.